Welcome back to bennystake. I'm your girl Benny, and child, I am in Detty December. Okay, I am finally in Nigeria, and my people, I greet you. I am finally in Nigeria. Nigeria is like a country that if we gonna adopt citizens, Nigerians, please adopt me. Okay, a lot of you all have been welcoming me. You say welcome home, and I say thank you, ma. And I say thank you, sir. Thank you. I am in Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm so very excited. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you always know when I upload. Your girl is on a journey to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's about 3 to 5 business days left, okay? It's about 3 to 5 business days left before I could reach my goal and go ahead and have me 10,000 subscribers. How is it looking? It ain't looking good. Okay, because instead of me to be down there at the job getting my work in, I was out here in Detty December doing a church girl dance. Okay, this is not okay. First of all, the outfit, I ain't even gonna hold you. It was not my best pick, but I had on heels the whole day. I just wanted to be comfortable. I was feeling bloated because I ain't had my dookie on. Okay, for 3 days I ain't had my dookie on. So the last thing I wanted was something to be hugging all over me. So I was like, let me just go for something simple, something loose, and something comfortable, okay? But baby, did I feel like Auntie Mother Jean? It was not giving, okay? It was not giving, but I'm cute, okay? Because sweet black Jesus done gave me a face that never declines. So instead of me to be working, I was down here doing a church girl dance, getting my little Detty December on. Let me tell you something. I'm going to be purified and sanctified when I go home. Right now, it is Detty December. Okay? My purification and my sanctification going to start when I get home. Right now, we finna be Detty. I want to be tried by fire. Purify. You take whatever you desire. Lord, He is my life. I'm talking about purification gonna start on January. Y'all gonna lose weight in January. I'm gonna be purified in January. Okay, try me by fire. Okay, let me get my barbecue sauce on. Try me by fire in January. Because in December, I'm finna be Detty. My purification gonna start January. You know what I'm saying? I wanna be tried by fire. Try me by fire by January. Currently, I'm finna be Detty. You know what I'm saying? My Savior finna be born December 25. I need Him to be born. I need Him to rise up. I need Him to rise above. I need Him to do all of the things because me, I'm being Detty right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm being Detty. Detty December. I'm being Detty. I'm with my husband. I'm with my sister. I'm with my friend. We getting Detty. Okay? The Lord will purify. The Lord will transform. He gonna renew me January 1st. Y'all gonna start a diet January 1st to lose your weight. Y'all gonna start your juicing. I'm gonna be pleading the blood of the Lamb. Okay? I'm gonna be pleading the blood of the Lamb January 1st to get my purification on. I got to be purified. You know? I'm doing Detty December. I need to be purified by the time I come home. You know? So y'all get your juicing on. I'm gonna go ahead and need the blood of the Lamb. And I'm not gonna be the only one. Because our good sister Chloe, Chloe Bailey, you are here. My sister, you want to hurt your feelings? You want to hurt your feelings? I'm not even Nigerian, and I know that Nigerian men, they take a special level of resilience. Okay? So it is Detty December. My sister be Detty. But let's not fall in love. This not the time for love. Go ahead and get your Detty December on. Okay, with the giant himself. Go ahead and get your Detty December on. And then go ahead and go back home. Give us some music. Alright, give us all the vibes. Give us what we need to be given. Alright, this not the time for love. Alright, get Detty and go home. You get Detty and you go home. This not the time for love. Alright? This not the time for love. We're not looking to be aunties again. Alright? We're not looking to be aunties again. This not the time for you to fall in love. Get Detty and go home. When you go home, me and you, we're going to be tried by fire. You know what I'm saying? When we get home, me and you, we're going to be tried by fire. Where Maverick City at? I want to be tried by fire. Purify. Me and you, we're going to be purified. This all this is. This is Detty December. That's it. That's all. Okay? Because one thing about Burna Boy, he going to be in love with whoever he's next to. All right? Today it could be you. Tomorrow it could be Ashantikwa. The next day it could be Becky. He going to be in love with whoever is next to him. So you get your Detty December on. And once you get on that flight, me and you, we going to be purified. You understand? You understand? You get. Purification. Me and you, we going to be purified. Okay, we're going to get our Isaac on. Try by fire. You know what I'm saying? Try by fire. Try by fire. And is it me or is she short? Either she's really short or he's really tall. What was going on? Was he standing on something? Because, baby, this was a long distance relationship. What was that? What is the height? Who is short and who is tall? I always thought Chloe was tall to me. She always gave off tall, right? And Burna Boy never gave off to me like really, really tall. So what is this? Is he like, you know, standing on a chair? Like, what is going on? And not for nothing, the Bailey girls, they're letting us know they have a type. Okay? They have a type. Also, do y'all like my hair? I got my braids on. You see that one? Right now it's a little stiff, but you see? They have a type. You kind of have to have a little thug in you to deal with the Bailey sisters. Okay, you kind of have to have a little thug in you, a little bit. Cause not for nothing, I was listening to whatchamacallit. I was listening to Hallie's song, Because I Love You. Oh my gosh, why I thought that song was gonna be about one thing and then it wasn't. I'm like, dang girl, you look sweet, but that song was not giving no sweet. Like, oh my God, it wasn't giving Little Mermaid. Okay, it was not. All right, she was letting us know how she got pregnant. She got a little crazy in her. You know, she got a little sazon. That's not adobo. Okay? Innocent looking, like, no. That's adobo. That's Maggie. She got Maggie in her. The Bailey sisters are letting us know that they don't play those games. All right? A little sazon, a little 1, 2, 1, 3 for the kid. But let's not come back pregnant. This is Detty December. Be Detty. Go ahead and shower when you get home. Okay? Get your little Detty December on. When we get home, go ahead and shower. Do a little, you know, 8-step shower routine. Wash it all away. Wash it all away. You know what I'm saying? Exfoliate. Exfoliate that baby up out of your system. All right? Rinse. Lather, wash, okay, with the loofah. Then exfoliate that baby up out of you. We're not doing no love. This Detty December, we're going to go home, we're going to shower, and we're going to get our purification on. Holy Ghost baptized. That's it and that's all. And I also want to plug on here that y'all please get my merch, okay? Y'all been asking for the merch. I done gave y'all the merch. Please buy my merch, okay? We got a variety of things. We got, you know what I'm saying, in a t-shirt that comes in black and white. We got, you know what I'm saying, in a hoodie that comes in black and white. We got questions for logistics because we always having questions for logistics. We got that in a shirt and in a hoodie, both black and white. We got where other jobs for the men because we're trying to figure it out. I don't know where the jobs are at, but I know where the shirt is at though. Go ahead and get the merch right here. We got it as well with my face, respectfully, because look at the face. Look at the face. Come on. Please look at the face. And before you look at my face, look at your own face. Is it not well? Is it not well? Go get the merch. It is well with your face. It is well with my face. It is well with all of our faces. In my coming and in my going, I am cute. In your coming and in your going, you're cute. Go ahead and get the merch. It comes in hoodies. It comes in t-shirts as well. And we, of course, have Do You Feel Fashion. I'm leaving everything right here. The link is going to be in the description box. Definitely get my merch. Definitely get my merch. And let's get into the next story. So I came across this interview of this OnlyFans. I think her name is Phillips. Somebody sent it to me to do a reaction, I guess, for Instagram. But I was just kind of like, yeah, I can't react to this until I watch the whole thing. So, of course, I went to YouTube, watched the whole hour and some change documentary that was done about this girl. And immediately, I have to say this. I'm not trying to be judgmental. Actually, I am. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to be very judgmental. We listen. We don't judge. No. Y'all don't judge. I do. Okay? Forgive me. We gonna enter into judgment land just a little bit. You're not saying I'm practicing for when the Lord finally offers me the job down there in heaven to go ahead and help him judge the people of God. I'm trying to get my internship on right now on earth. Because when I get to heaven, I promise you, I'm going to sit on the right hand. No. The Son sits on the right hand. I'm going to sit on the left hand of the Father, and we're going to judge all y'all. So I need to prepare on earth. You know what I'm saying? This is my internship. I'm trying to get my judgment on, judging you on earth, so that when I get my glorified body on, and I'm in heaven next to the Son of God, sweet like Jesus himself, okay? It's going to be the Father, the Son, and me. I need to be prepared to judge y'all. You know, so forgive me. If I come across judgmental, it's because I am. For this, at least, I'm finna be judgmental. Judgmental as all hell. I'm finna judge. Y'all don't judge, I do. That we don't judge, that we is French. And I speak French, and I'm letting y'all know I'm not part of that oui. No. Moi, je juge. I will judge. Me, I judge. So I will be judging. If that's a trigger for you, forgive me. But we finna judge. All right? So I'm going to leave the little clip right here. But basically, so you had the lady, her name I believe is Phillips. And a documentary was done about her, essentially talking about how she decided for herself to challenge herself and challenge her canal to sleep with 100 men a day. Now, mind you, I watched the whole documentary. This lady talks about how she started this in college, right? And maybe at this point, I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong. She lives in London, and so she started doing this when she was in college. She has a mom and a dad, and she started doing this in college. For me, there alone lets me know that, okay, so you are not coming from a struggle. You're not saying like you're not coming from a place of poverty. And I'm not trying to claim that just because you have a mom and dad that things cannot be hard. I'm not trying to claim that at all. What I am trying to say is you have both parents present in your life and you're in college, at university as the way they call it in London. I'm guessing you have a little bit of money. It don't gotta be a lot. You are not down there on the street trying to sell crack. You are somewhat, you know what I'm saying? You are somewhat well off. Well enough that you can afford college. Well enough that if things are so hard and so low, you could still go back to your mommy and your daddy, who are very much present and active in your life. This baby is 21 years old. So in college, she started this as, you know, just cute little selfies, a little bit of naked pics here and there, whatever the case is. And so money started coming in. Enough money started coming in, so much so that this now is a business for her, right? She has about 8 staff on her team. So she does a variety of things where it's like, oh, maybe this, maybe that. Sleeping with 100 men was not something that she came to the decision of based off of like finance, like, oh my gosh, business is so low, I gotta amp up the antics. Like, it wasn't that. It just was like, of all the people that's gonna have OnlyFans, of all the people that's gonna do a shower business, me, I want to be the number one shower in town. She wants to be the Oscar OnlyFans girl in town. She wants to get an EGOT in OnlyFandom. It wasn't a financial decision. It wasn't no like, oh, whatever the case. It just was, I'm finna do this just so I could be the best at sleeping with men. And I'm sorry. There has to be a line in the sand. There has to be. And I will have to commend two things on that. I will have to commend the guy that did the documentary. One of the things that I loved is that he treated her like a human being in a way that I don't think she has had in a while. Like, he spoke to her respectfully. He spoke to her like a basic human being, as he should have. He spoke to her kindly. He treated her with the respect that she doesn't even have for herself. So I have to commend him for that. That was dope to see. That was really dope to see. On the other side of that, I do have to say, there are certain things that, and I'm not trying to bring race into this in a negative light. I'm trying to bring this up as far as certain things are just the reality of life. If you are a black girl doing OnlyFans, you are most likely not going to be awarded that same level of care. You are not. The documentary was beautifully done. And I kept thinking to myself, like, if it was any other groups of people, if it was my people, that's not how it would have been done. That's not how it would have been done. So if you're a black girl and you dabble in OnlyFans for whatever the reason, you know, if things are hard and you're just trying to do what you gotta do, I get it. But please understand that even in that, your safety, your well-being, it's not gonna give what I think it's gonna give sometimes. All I'm trying to say is, don't use this documentary as an inspiration for you to go ahead and try certain things. Please. There are certain standards that we are held at that other people are not. Because even in the comments, people were empathetic. And I'm not saying people shouldn't be, right? People were empathetic. People were like, we're just praying for her. It's very hard out here. People were kind. People were benevolent. I don't know why I use benevolence right there. But people were benevolent. So people are trying to be benevolent. And on one hand, I was very happy that, you know, people were being respectful and kind towards her. But on the other hand, I just thought of all the times where black women, we won't even say nothing. And yeah, we'll be on podcasts just talking about us. Remember the Sheets and Geeks? Remember that the whole gimmick that they had when they went to I think like Andrew Schultz's podcast or whatever? There was no black women in sight. We was at home, you know what I'm saying, trying to get our braids on. We was combing our hair, moisturizing our elbows, making sure we're not ashy or nothing. All of a sudden, lo and behold, beholding the lows. Nobody even asked y'all nothing. Y'all wasn't even reacting to something a black girl did or a black girl said. Out of nowhere, there was just insults. How loud we are, how ghetto we are, unprovoked. We ain't even did nothing and people were just like talking about us. They sat there and laughed. Everybody laughed. Some people in the comments was laughing. We didn't even do nothing and people were still talking about us negatively. There are so many stories. So if you try to pull a stunt like that as a young black girl, do not expect that people are going to go in the comments or something like, oh my gosh, we're just praying for her. I pray she finds the Lord. I pray she finds the light. That's not what people are going to be saying. You will be dragged through the mud. You will be insulted from now till kingdom come. Okay? It's a double standard. So do not take this documentary and feel inspired by it, which, by the way, I'm going to leave it in the description box for you guys to check it out. He did a really good job at creating a space for her to really think. And it amounted to nothing, because at the end of the documentary, why this baby gonna say, oh, she gonna go ahead and do 1,000 men in April of next year? Because at first when I was watching, I was like, okay, I've never been in a position where I've even considered, like, you know, OnlyFans, right? Actually, pause. It's something she did over there, and I was like, I could do that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I already do that for free. You know, she did this video for this man where the man essentially wanted her to just like spit in a bottle. And so she was recording herself doing it really sexy, I guess, spitting in a bottle. And I was like, wait a minute, pause. I have a little phlegm, you know? I have a little phlegm. I could get a little, my little sore throat on and just like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do anyways. And at the time when I was watching that, I was actually battling a little bit of a cold. So I was like, I could arrange for some. You know, I could get my little... Hold on. Hold on. Don't rush me. I have to get my sexy on. Sexually, okay? I could get my speed on sexually, grammatically, for dictionary. I could get it on. I was like, hold on. Why I can't speed for money? I'm going to speed anyway. Why can't I speed for money? You know? Who is it going to hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is it going to, if I just speed a little bit, seduction. Okay, seduction speeds from bennystake. Bennystake on spitting. I could spit now. What I think made me more mad than anything is the fact that sis didn't even have to do this. Because there's been so many stories. I've read books, I've listened to podcasts, and a lot of these women who end up in this business, a lot of them is, some of them is sex trafficking, you know, some of them is like a product of extreme poverty. Some of them is lack of access. Some of them were just pimped out as kids. Some of them is sexual trauma, like so many different things. So many different things that leads to people. And many of them, if you speak to them, it's like, they don't want to be there. They don't want to do that. And my prayers and my heart breaks for them. Like, dang, like I hate that life came at you so hard that you felt like this was the only way out. I hate that life came at you so hard that people force this on you. I hate that for you. I hate that. And I pray against that. Because when we always talk about just like the women who are subjected to this kind of violence, it's a violent business. It's a physically violent business. It's a very sexual violent business. So violent. And a lot of them are products. A lot of them are products of just like terrible things that happen. And they would give anything to come out of it. They would give anything to still have, you know, freedom within their own bodies to just be like, no, I don't want this. A lot of girls are being pimped out. Again, sexual trafficking, so many horrible things, so many horrible stories. So for you to have this lady who for the whole episode, for the whole documentary, she kept talking about how it's my fantasy. It's my fantasy. I just want to do this. I just want to do this. And then we come to the end, this baby is crying. Talking about, oh, you know, after 10 men, because she actually does it. After 10 men, I couldn't even remember. I had to be smoking cigarettes. I had to do all these different things to keep up. That's your body letting you know that, baby, that ain't no fantasy. That's the devil dwelling in. Kim Newton, you was worried about the devil dwelling in people's marriages. This is the place the devil is dwelling in. You check that baby's canal, I promise you, you're going to see the devil. Dwelling. I'm talking about dwelling place. That's where that baby is dwelling in. That's that business. That's where the devil is dwelling. And I'm sorry, y'all can call me judgmental if you want. The devil is dwelling right there. Nobody's body was created to be able to withstand that. 100 men in a day. 100 strangers in a day. Different sizes, different temperaments, different 100.
So like robotic, like by I think like the 30th, you know, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're gonna do this, and like it just, sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal things at all. In my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? Like if I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, you know. But yeah, I think that was kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them, and like when they'd kind of be like, oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah. And obviously it just makes me feel so bad.
Do you think you should feel bad about that?
I guess when you've promised something to people, to you know, like people who support you, it's kind of hard to let them down.
But it's up to you, right? Like when you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you even processed, do you think, what's happened?
Not yet. God, I won't forget this day, Jesus.
When I decided to start making this documentary, I wasn't too sure of what to expect. I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset at the end of it all.
When was the last time you ate?
I had I think I had a yam yam, and I think I had a sandwich, and that was kind of, and then the rest. It's not for the weak, girls, if I'm honest. It was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it, like...
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah, yeah. Just one in, one out, like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
That made me so mad. I definitely not recommend it. 5 seconds later, she gonna talk about she gonna do 1,000 next year. She gonna talk about she was crying because she felt like she let them down because some of them only got 3 minutes, and that's like, no, that's not why you were crying. Stop lying. That's not why you were crying. Your body was begging you to stop. Your body was begging you to stop. So this whole tears gonna talk about, oh, I wouldn't recommend it, just like it's very different. Anybody with sense could have told you that's gonna be different. Why would you wanna do that? When you watch the documentary, it was literally a whole day from like 8:30 to like 11 at night. I'm talking about sometimes your canal needs to breathe. Let there be air, aeration. Okay? All day long, she kept doing a little whole bath. Just like, let's just, next. 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 What? Your body was never designed to do that. I felt disassociated. I felt robotic. It just felt kind of like weird. It felt intense. Because it was. Because it was. You not remembering, that's your brain be like, oh my gosh, I can't. And I'm sorry if I'm coming across judgmental to y'all, but really, we need to start normalizing kindness instead of just people being nice. Because as you watch the documentary, literally, her family support her doing this. She has a team of 8, which, mind you, this team of 8 who are supposedly encouraging her or whatever the case is, nobody showed their face on camera. Nobody. The only faces you actually see was her own and the guy interviewing her. Everybody else around her, these people are talking about, oh, my supporters, I feel like I let my supporters down because they didn't get to blow me out for 5 minutes that I promised them. Okay, I didn't want to let them down. All of them that you call your supporters, none of your supporters wanted to go ahead and show their faces. Your entire team. At the end, one of the girls was like, oh my gosh, she took it like a champ. I'm so proud of her. Okay, if you're proud, can we see your face? Why are you proud like this? You are proud. Let's see your pride now. Let's see your pride. We need to normalize kindness instead of just niceness. A lot of us are just nice and we're not kind. Kindness will let her know like, no, this is wrong. Kindness from her parents will let her know like, yo, no, this is wrong. Stop this. Kindness from her friends, because in the interview she was talking about, oh, you know, I always feel like sometimes lonely because all of my girlfriends, all of my friends, they have boyfriends and I don't have no boyfriends. Like, okay, girl, really? Anybody with sense will not want to put themselves through this. The trauma they will have to experience with you and for you. No. Absolutely not. So your friends who are still being supportive of you, they should be honest and be kind. This is wrong. This is literally diabolical. And I'm not just even saying that as a Christian woman because, oh God, no. I believe in autonomy. I believe in a woman having, you know, full autonomy over her body. But autonomy does not mean stupidity. Autonomy does not mean self-harm. This is self-harm. This is psychological harm. This is mental harm. She crying, trying to lie, oh, it's just because, no. You're lying because the weight of this, you're feeling that. But for whatever stupid reason, okay, you're going to keep doing this mess and then crying about it. We need to normalize kindness. Kindness will say, no, absolutely not. This is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. Because what would it look like if of all the team, you reach out to people like, okay, this is what we're about to do, if they said no? What would it look like if all the 8 people that work for you, that want to say they support you, that want to hide their faces, what would it look like if nobody worked for you? For this team, this business that you've built that's going to harm your body. What would it look like? What would it look like? Because again, we always talk on the side of like the girls who find themselves in this position. But what would it look like if you put out an ad for 100 people to sleep with you on in a day? What would it look like if nobody responded? There would not be a shower business if they didn't have people funding their showerness. Bandumba bazaposa batu, basunga babaza bandumba. What would it look like? What would it look like if you put that ad and everybody said no? What would it look like? Diabolical. And of all the 100 men, only two were even comfortable to be interviewed. Their voices were masked, their faces were masked, like you can't tell who they are at all, right? But only 2 of them were willing to even take an interview. Why? Oh, there's such a shame around this business. Yes, there should be a shame. There is always room for shame. Even a little bit can go a long way. Faith as a mustard seed, shame as a mustard seed. A little shame goes a long way. Long periodical time. Okay? Long time. A little shame can go a long way. I promise you. Some things we should feel shame about. This is one of them. Okay? Call me whatever you want to call me. This is one of them. And to do this willingly, nobody is forcing you. Nobody has abused you into this. This is not a trauma like, sex trafficking. None of these stories. You are just doing this for vibes because you want to be the best at shower in town. Hey, Jesus. And then at one point in the interview, she's going to talk about how, men are going to objectify her anyways. She might as well make money and help them do so. And I'm like, girl, what kind of backwards thinking is that? They're going to objectify me anyway. Let me objectify myself and make money off of it. What? In the Bible, I'm a Christian, so I believe in the Bible. In the Bible, they talk about how sexual sins is literally you sinning against your body. That's what makes it different from everything else. So when you go ahead and lie on somebody, it's terrible, it's a sin. When you gossip about somebody, it's terrible, it's a sin. When you judge somebody, which I'm doing right now, I'm sinning. But my Lord gonna be born in a couple days. And in April, he gonna resurrect with my sin all slate clean. All right? I'm gonna be purified in January. So right now, I'm gonna sin a little bit and practice my judgment for when I go ahead and be with the Lord, so that I could judge the people of God with the Lord next to me. That is still different. What makes it different is, in this case, when you sleep with 100 men, now your body is feeling the pain of the said thing. You know what I'm saying? Your body is carrying the trauma of having slept with 100 men. The body keeps the score. The body remembers. That's why sexual sin is different. Now, whether you believe in sins or not and you don't believe in God, cool. I'm not here to preach to you the Bible and convince you to believe what I believe in. That's not what I'm trying to do. But what I am trying to tell y'all is the fact that your body was disassociating, the fact that out of 100 men, you remember 5 or 6, that should let you know everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. And then at one point, she's going to talk about, oh, you know, one of the hardest things is having people nitpick your body, and they're just kind of like, you're too skinny, you're too this, you're too that. And I'm like, of course. I'm not saying people should do that. People should not nitpick anybody's body at all. But once you've made your body your business, okay, where people are having to give you money for your body, okay, now your body is a business, people now have to rate it. Sometimes you're going to get a 5-star review. Sometimes you're going to get a 0-star review. Do not recommend. It's a business. If I go to Starbucks and I get me a caramel macchiato with however many things they be adding on, at Starbucks, I'll be confused, yeah. I will go there, and before I leave, I don't even know what I got anymore. It's always so many things. You want this or this. I don't want that many options. Give me a coffee with milk in it. Okay, a little sugar. That's it, that's all. Okay? But if I go down there and get myself a caramel macchiato and whatever, if I like it, I'm like, dang, Starbucks ate with this one. If I don't, I'm like, dang, that kind of sucks, because it's a business. Okay? You make your body a business because you don't want to, you know, just let people objectify you and you go mind your business. You make yourself a business, people are going to rate you as a business. 5-star or 0 stars. They wouldn't have to do that if your body wasn't a business. It's not right. People shouldn't have to do that. But they would do that when you are a business. People will critique anything that you make a business. Which is why for me, even like when it comes to content, it's some things that I share and things that I don't. And it's a lot of things about myself that I don't share. Because why? As soon as you make yourself a business, as soon as you put yourself in the public eye for certain things, then you also have to be rated as a business. You make your marriage for content, then people have to give you feedback on the said marriage that they're not a part of. Whatever you make a business, people have the right to critique the business. If you're getting paid for this, people then have the right to be like, okay, did I have a good service? Yes or not? Did I not have a good? And these are my reasons. Her bread stank a little bit. Down there, it smelled like tilapia. Okay? Salmon and salmonella. They got to give the reviews because you are a business. Your body is a business. You don't want that. Get off OnlyFans. Don't go sleep with 100 men for vibes. Not for money, for vibes. Because in the video, while she may not have disclosed the amount that she makes, okay, the gag from the interviewer lets me know that's enough money. And then on top of that, if you have a team of 8 people that you have on payroll, okay? 8 people that you're supporting their life. That's money you're making. That's money you're making. There's levels to these things. There's money. That's money you're making. So if you're a business, people are going to rate you. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. But to me, this interview just like, it pissed me off. Because when I first started this, I was empathetic. Because as you watch the video, you watch the documentary, when they put out an ad, it was like things were coming in, input, things were coming in. At one point, for some reason, people started canceling the night before, like they didn't want to do it again. I guess maybe they realized like, okay, wait a minute, like I will literally be one of 100 sleeping with this girl. Maybe people freaked out about that because it has never been done. They literally had another OnlyFans, girly down there in London as well. And she's talking about how much she regrets a lot of the things that she's done. It started off very little. You started with the spitting in the bottle, just like sexy pictures. And before you know it, you're deep and deep and deep, and it's traumatic. This is from somebody who's been in the business, talking about how traumatic it is for her body, for even her family. She has a daughter, I believe. It's traumatic, it's painful. It's some things that she wants to get out of. She got into because of lack of access, lack of money, which again, I pray, as a society, as a world, we need to do better. So many people are struggling. Even here being in Nigeria, you see a lot of struggles. It's the fun, it's the hee-hee, it's the ha-ha. But you see the extreme poverty. You see it. Everywhere you go around in my country, extreme poverty. So many war. So many violence against women. And a lot of them, they end up in this OnlyFans situation from that kind of trauma. Violence. Violent worlds. Been assaulted so many times. Been dragged into this as a business. And they don't have autonomy over their bodies. They don't have safety over their bodies. Their bodies are being violated, right? So you had that lady talk about how, this came as a product of pain and suffering. Because true autonomy doesn't mean, okay, this is my body, I'm finna give it to everybody else. No, that's not what that means. That's not what that is. So you had people canceling because maybe they realized what was actually about to happen, And so the day before, she literally started calling people unannounced just to meet that quota. So the host was asking her, so did you do like tests, like STD tests? Like, did you run anything like that? She said, no, it's probably going to be fine. There's so many things she just didn't think. You just didn't think about these things. Potentials for STDs. What if they're violent? What are you going to do? What is the plan in place? It's like, oh, totally just going to like, And you have a team of 8 people. What are they doing? How are you vetting these men? How are you vetting that these men are not serial killers? How are you vetting them? How are you vetting that they don't have AIDS? How are you vetting these things? Are we going to have condoms for everybody? Okay, what if he breaks? It wasn't thought out at all. Just for vibes. And her parents support this. She still has friends. I would never be friends with anybody like this. Call me whatever you want to call me, that's fine. I would never. Because ain't no way you gonna love me and be good to me if you don't love and be good to your own self. Absolutely not. And all of them are in your face. They're supporting you. Why? They don't like you. That's a cage. That's not a friend group. That's definitely not a team of 8. Those are your pimps. Okay? You think you have autonomy, you're doing this of your own free volition. No. They're not going to say nothing because they benefit from you destroying your body, your mental health, okay, your psychological health. They benefit from that. Why would they say anything against it? One of the girls at the end was like, oh, she took it like a champ. Ma'am, she took it like a champ and you won't even show your face. And then got the nerve to hug her when she was crying. You don't care about her. You don't. If you did, you wouldn't be there. At one point, she's going to talk about how she went through 100 cigarettes, okay, during the day that she slept with 100 men. She went through 100 cigarettes. Then she's going to talk about people are judging me and they don't realize that this is my fantasy too. Like, I want to do this. I enjoy this. Okay, pause. If it's something that you enjoy, you will not need 100 cigarettes or any drugs of that matter to process and enjoy something that you enjoy. I love food. Okay? I love food. I don't need help trying to eat some food. I enjoy it. So I'm just going to sit there and I eat it. When it's in excess, that's when you need other things to substitute for that. If I eat too much, I'm going to have acid reflux. Then I need to go ahead and pop a pill to help me with the acid reflux. Because why? I did too much of it. Wanting to have your canal crossed, that's not a problem. It's your body for sure. But too much of it is why you would then need to use cigarettes. And it starts with cigarette. Before you know it, now you need crack to get through it. Before you know it, then you need cocaine, then powders to get through it. Whatever you enjoy, your body's not gonna need another substance to help you enjoy the thing that you're supposed to enjoy. The devil is dwelling in by your head. Father God, please. She needs a new coochie. You say you was going to give her a new hug. Give her a new canal. Okay? It's a lot going on. In the words of our good sis Issa Rae, it's a broken P-U-S-S-Y. I can't say that when I'm praying to the Lord, sweet black Jesus, Lord. Restore and renew. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right. I'm sorry. That is not right. And as I was watching this, the interviewer did a good job at pausing some of the questions. Like, okay, pause. Like, what do you mean? Like, let's process this a little bit more. Like, just asking questions respectfully, allowing her the space to answer however way she answered, asking clear follow-up questions, half of which she did not have a good answer for. It was just kind of like totally sort of kind of fine, maybe sort of kind of, maybe kind of. At first, I was like, dang. I was really hoping that towards the end, especially when I saw her crying, I was like, oh, Lord, like, I'm glad this guy did this interview because it stirred up something within her that's going to at least give her a change of heart or something. Then 5 seconds later, she's going to talk about how in April, she's going to do 1,000 men. And I said, that's where all the sympathy came out of the room for me. Because at this point, yeah, no. Absolutely not. The devil is dwelling in your coochie, ma'am. It's there, right here. In your coochie, right here. Maseke a Satan is not a coochie na yo. Kaboy. Dwelling. I'm talking about the dwelling place, right here. All these people claiming it's body positivity. It's not. It's not. This is not body positivity. It is not. This is not autonomy. It is not. This is self-harm. And if nobody has told you this, I'm going to tell you, this is self-harm. Please stop. Stop hurting yourself. Okay? Stop hurting yourself. You deserve to love yourself. You deserve to love yourself. And you deserve to actually enjoy sex. It's a pleasurable thing. You deserve to enjoy it. Because if you could use all that business acumen that you have, if you could use that for something that won't distract you, something that won't leave you crying, something that won't leave your eyes burning, she said it in the video, from all the freaking, trumpet that was coming out. If your daddy ain't told you no, I'm finna tell you no. If your mommy ain't told you no, I'm finna tell you no. No. This ain't right. It ain't right. And to do it for vibes, it's some people trying to get out. They will give anything to get out. To be able to let their coochie breathe. Okay? That ain't right. And the people that you think are your friends, they now. The people you think are in your team, they now. Ain't nobody against you than the people around you. I promise you that. Okay? Ain't nobody against you than the people in your team. The 8 people on your team, mad anti. Okay? I'm talking about mad anti. We're talking about haters, them your haters right there. The people you're calling your friends, them are your haters too. For you to call the people that are coming here to sleep with you, calling them your supporters, it ain't just your coochie that's broken at this point. We got to go ahead and check it up here. For you to call the people coming to go ahead and sleep with you, objectify you, and you went ahead and called them your supporters, it ain't just your canal that needs fixing. I'm talking about we gotta go ahead and locate the brain. And I'm pointing to the head as if it's there. It's not there. If it's there, it's not pink. Maybe light blue. Okay? Burgundy. Indigo. It ain't pink because it ain't working right. Alright? It ain't. Alright, so lastly, I want to talk about this video that I saw of this young girl at Walmart. For some reason, I'm not sure. Comment down below, let me know if you've read the story, if you've seen it, what was the actual scenario. I just saw a couple of videos and I wasn't sure what was going on. But you had this young girl who was just tearing up Walmart. I'm talking about smashing bottles, you know, throwing things around. So you had some people minding their business, okay? And then you had some people trying to kind of like, you know, neutralize her. Not like, you know, fire her, not hit her, not nothing. Just like, okay, girl, like, stop. Like, you are endangering other people. There was one point like she threw like a glass. So you had like this, you know, this black man who was like, hey, like trying to just like hold her down. It didn't look aggressive. It didn't look nothing crazy or whatever. And so you had this white women talking about, oh, you know, don't touch her. Don't touch her. You don't know what she's been through. You don't know what she's been through. Let me go ahead and play out the video so y'all can see what I'm talking about, child. Because I was like, what do you mean?
Oh, shit. Don't y'all do that to a little girl. Y'all don't know what she's going through.
Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. But the lady was essentially talking about, oh, don't y'all do that to a little girl. Y'all don't know what she's been through. And I'm like, do what to the little girl? Nobody did anything but stop her from hurting all the other little girls and all the people of God that was inside of the store. Again, enabling behaviors. Whatever she got going on does not mean she didn't have to go to Walmart throwing up the things at the people of God. Why? Why is that okay for y'all? That man wasn't aggressive. That man did like, hey, like, girl, like, stop. Like, trying to help her stop. But here comes this lady. She looked white to me, but I'm not sure now. But here comes the lady gonna talk about, oh, you don't know what she's been through. I'm sick of that. Okay? I'm tired of y'all using like, oh, you don't know what I've been through to excuse bad behavior. No. Okay? And I hate to be drawing comparison, but there's kids that are going through worse who are not doing this. There's kids that are going through violence, okay, in the world who are not doing this. There's kids who have lost parents, who have lost everything, and they're still not doing this. I don't know if it's a Western culture thing. I don't know what it is. This whole my mental health, I'm suffering from mental health so much that I'm going to cause havoc to other people. That ain't right. Other people in the world are also suffering, okay? Other people are losing things. Other people's mental health are also affected, okay? We can't keep using being sad as a way to cause violence against other people, okay? And I'm not saying people needed to be violent to the little girl because, again, she is still a child. But at least restraining us, I'm like, hey, stop. Holding on one place, stop. Escorting her out, finding her parent, finding whoever, like, no, stop. We're not going to hit you. We're not going to cause you no harm, but we're going to prevent you from causing harm to others. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? This gentle parenting, gentle whatever y'all are on, y'all need to stop it. Gentle parenting does not mean allowing bad behavior. Okay? Gentle parenting does not mean allowing terrible things to happen because it's just a child. No. You can be gentle and still be stern. You can be gentle and still be able to educate your child. Okay? She still is a young girl. Yes, nobody should have laid hands on her violently. I agree. But restraining her, that's a problem? Because she's been through some things that we don't know? No. Okay? Stop it. Okay? Stop it. And as I can tell from the video, that's a young black girl. Things don't apply the same for us. Today it could be Walmart. But next time, it could be in a place that's so dangerous for her. It don't work the same. It don't work the same for us like that. It don't. So for a good to sit over here talk about, oh, yeah, I don't know what she been through. Yeah, I don't know what she been through. Like, no. No. Absolutely not. If that was my child, she's getting backhanded. Okay? Backhanded. And I don't even like that. Backhanded. You do that, I'm talking about backhanded. You got the strength to knock down something, we gonna get you a mop and a bucket. You gonna mop the entire Walmart. Okay? Absolutely not. Alrighty, that's it on me for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, please go ahead and like the video, comments, share with somebody. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 10,000 by the end of the year. I appreciate y'all support. And if you haven't gotten my merch, please get it right here. I appreciate. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye, Z's.